The Championship 4 has been set in stone after today's event at ISM Raceway, and while it was a boring one, it had a very interesting turn of events on the last 5 or so laps of today's race. Let's not waste any time, let's get right into it. Stage 1 started off with Kyle Busch on the pole, led basically the entire way through up until 4 laps ago when the first caution came out of the day. Ricky Stenhouse Jr. I believe cut a right front tire, brings out the first caution. Stenhouse has just had, man, I mean, he's just had an awful season, and really, I don't like him, but I kind of feel bad for him because nothing has just gone his way. Brings out the caution again on his way out of Roush Fenway, as you know. This is Stenhouse's second to last race at Roush Fenway as he leaves for the 37 car at JTG Daughtry next season. Restart then comes out without 3 or 2 laps to go between Brad Keselowski and William Byron in the 24 car. Hamlin, who was just dominant this entire race, was able to pass both the 24 and the 2 car on the restart with 3 laps to go, and Hamlin would go on to win Stage 1. Stage 2 was an absolute snoozer. Joe Logano, who entered into Homestead in the Final 4, or at least in contention to advance into the Final 4, but the way Hamlin was racing, it seemed like Logano needed to win in order to advance, and he did just that, or at least tried to do that. Took the lead away from Chase Elliott on a restart, another driver in a must-win situation, and that was really it. Like I said, it was an absolute snoozer. However, we had a very fun battle in the second half of Stage 2 between Denny Hamlin in the 11 and Chase Elliott in the 9. Now, for those of you that clearly know, Elliott and Hamlin have a lot of history together, specifically in recent years, 2017 with Martinsville and Phoenix. Martinsville, Hamlin dumped Chase. At Phoenix, Chase returned the favor to Hamlin by putting him in the wall. Hamlin cut down a tire, spun out, and crashed. This time, however, it was more clean. We saw some very aggressive race between the two. At one point, there was even a bit of contact between Elliott and Hamlin as Elliott was trying to avoid a lapped car. It was a very fun battle. Hamlin was able to then get by Chase Elliott for second place in the, near the closing laps of the event, or the stage, I should say. Meanwhile, Joe Logano would go on to win Stage 2. Stage 3 was, again, a snoozer. Joe Logano and Denny Hamlin started on the front row. Logano would then take the lead immediately on the restart. Lap 167, our second real caution comes out, and it was a big one and involved playoff contender Chase Elliott. He cut a left rear tire entering turn 3, I believe. I still don't know exactly how the turns are, but he then cut a tire and backed into the outside wall. Very hard contact with the back end of his race car, and he would be done for the day, and that would ultimately end his championship hopes. Then on lap 174, Joe Logano took the lead on a restart right away. 4 laps later, however, Denny Hamlin, the class of the field, then takes the lead on lap 178 from Joe Logano. Now, this is important because when Hamlin then took the lead on lap 178, that caused the final playoff spot, I believe, to go as such. Joe Logano in by a point, Kyle Busch out by a point. However, 9 laps later on lap 187, then Kyle Busch passes Joe Logano, I believe, for second place, and that caused Kyle Busch to be in by 1 point and Logano to be out by 1 point. And it seemed like that was going to take place. Nothing took place after that incident on lap 187. Hamlin just led the field away. Logano was then even starting to lose even more spots, and at one point he even got lapped by Denny Hamlin. Hamlin was just flying, and we thought, that's it. Hamlin's in. He's going to have a shot at Homestead. Not so fast. 9 laps to go. John Hunter Nemechek hits the wall and brings out the final caution of the day. And then on a strange turn of events, for some reason, when they were doing the pit stops, around 6 or 7 to go, Hamlin, who had a massive lead on Kyle Busch because of the amount of cars he lapped, Hamlin decided to take 2 tires instead of 4, which made no sense because Blaney, Busch, Larson, all those other drivers, they took 4 tires. So, you had Hamlin in first on 2 with Blaney, Kyle Busch, Marshall Jr., Kyle Larson, Kevin Harvick, all on 4 tires. It seemed like from the outside, it looked like Hamlin was doomed. It looked like the team just choked away this opportunity at winning a championship, but it was not it. Hamlin came in clutch. Restart with 2 laps to go. Hamlin got a tremendous restart. Blaney and Kyle Busch makes a 3 wide on Denny Hamlin entering turns 2 and 3. Hamlin was able to get by the 2 drivers. Kyle Busch able to slide into second, and Hamlin would be able to hold on and win at Phoenix. So this is like his 5th win or 6th win of the season. I don't know, but he had a tremendous car and wins the penultimate race at Phoenix to lock himself into the championship 4. And with that, these are the 4 drivers that will race at Homestead. Joe Gibbs drivers, Denny Hamlin, Mark Truex Jr., and Kyle Busch, and the Ford of Kevin Harvick. So you have 3 Toyotas and 1 Ford, 3 Joe Gibbs, and then 1 Stewart Haas. This is, oh, and coincidentally, it features the big 3, Truex, Harvick, and Kyle Busch. It's kind of weird, huh? The big three somehow rises once again. Now, as for the race itself, it was so boring. I gotta give major props to NBC though. They tried their best to try this to make this race somewhat exciting, but no. This race was absolute garbage. I'm sorry. This race was garbage. And the only reason why Phoenix is having this championship finale is because of the renovations they made. If they had the Phoenix International Raceway and not ISM, they would not get the championship finale. This package, and on top of that, with this track, with the reconfiguration, it just does not provide good racing. So yeah, I don't know. Again, it's not going to be a fun championship finale because with Phoenix, for example, this race today was absolute garbage. Just one lane. Okay, I shouldn't say one lane because the outside lane did provide somewhat of an effort, but with the way this package goes and the dirty air, it just makes it super, super difficult to pass. So, and on top of that, you got drivers like Kyle Busch and Kevin Harvick who have been dominating Phoenix. Even I know Hamlin won, but in terms of recent history, Harvick and Kyle Busch have just been dominating at Phoenix. And with Phoenix not being at that much of a driver's track, whoever has the best setup, they're just going to take it to the bank at Phoenix next season as championship finale. So, no offense to the people that go to Phoenix or the ISM Raceway, but your track is garbage and you don't deserve a championship race. That's all I'm going to say. That's all I'm going to end it out here. I'd give this race a 2 out of 10. This was an absolute garbage race. I'm looking forward to Homestead to see Joe Gibbs win this thing. That's how I just see it. I see Hamlin taking it home, but I'll discuss that. I'll go in-depth in an Inside the Lines video later on this week to give you my thoughts on who I think will win the 2019 NASCAR Monster Energy Cup Series Championship. Well, what do you guys think of the race in the comment section down below? I feel like I already know what you guys are going to say. But yeah, just for it, tell me what do you guys think in the comment section down below this race. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe for more content. But until next time, my name is Jack Ross from NASCAR on MDK, and I'll see you guys in the next video.